Smile, welcome to Stoic In Your Life, Oscar. How make your ancient wisdom meets modern insights. Today we dive into the profound teachings of Marcus Aurelius, a name synonymous with Stoicism and a beacon of rational thought. As the Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD, and the last of the 5 good emperors, Aurelius stood at the pinnacle of power. Yet, in a world where he could indulge every desire, he chose the path of virtue, fairness, and justice. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself and your way of thinking. This powerful quote from Aurelius sets the stage for our journey today. In his seminal work, The Meditations, Aurelius didn't just pen his autobiography. He crafted a manual for self-improvement and rational thinking. His writings, a cornerstone of Stoic philosophy, emphasize the importance of a cosmic perspective and the critical analysis of our judgments about ourselves and others. Leading an empire through tumultuous times and wars, Aurelius applied his Stoic principles to overcome stress and become a steadfast leader. His approach to life and governance was not just about enduring challenges, but thriving through them with a clear and rational mind. Stoicism, more than a mere philosophical theory, is a practical guide to living. It teaches us that true happiness stems from doing what's right, grounded in sound judgment and clear thinking. In this video, we will explore 5 key lessons from Marcus Aurelius that can help you cultivate a rational and clear mind, essential for navigating the complexities of life. Join us as we unravel these timeless teachings, applying them to our contemporary world and discover how to think clearly in the Stoic way. Exercise the dichotomy of control. In the insightful teachings of Marcus Aurelius, we find a powerful mantra. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. This statement lies at the heart of the Stoic practice known as the dichotomy of control, a concept that teaches us to differentiate between what is within our control and what is not. Imagine you're preparing for an important day. You can't control the weather, the traffic, or the opinions of others. These are external factors beyond your reach. However, you do have control over how you prepare for these uncertainties. You decide what to wear, when to leave your house, and the kind of people you choose to associate with. This understanding is crucial. When faced with any situation, ask yourself, what is within my control? Your actions, your responses, your preparation. These are your realms of power. On the flip side, learning to accept and embrace what you cannot control is equally important. This acceptance doesn't weaken you. Rather, it frees your mind from unnecessary burdens, allowing you to focus on what truly matters. This is where the concept of amor fati, or love for fate, comes into play. It's about embracing life in its entirety, accepting the good and the bad with equal grace. Consider a scenario where you face rejection from a dream job. It's natural to feel disheartened, but Stoicism invites you to view this differently. Instead of dwelling on the loss, focus on how this experience can contribute to your growth. Perhaps this rejection is an opportunity to explore new paths or to develop resilience. By choosing to love your life regardless of circumstances, you align yourself with the flow of existence, accepting that some things are beyond your control. To illustrate this further, let's turn to a story from ancient times. There was a farmer whose horse ran away. His neighbors lamented his bad luck, but the farmer simply said, "We'll see." The next day the horse returned, bringing with it 3 wild horses. "How wonderful," the neighbors exclaimed, but the farmer responded, "We'll see." Later, his son tried to ride one of the wild horses, fell, and broke his leg. The neighbors thought this very unfortunate, but the farmer said, "We'll see." Eventually, soldiers came to the village to draft young men for war, but they didn't take the farmer's son because of his broken leg. The story teaches us about the unpredictability of life and the importance of maintaining a balanced perspective, regardless of whether events seem good or bad at the moment. In our journey through life, we often encounter setbacks and disappointments, especially when our ambitions and plans don't materialize as we had hoped. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, offers profound wisdom on this matter, teaching us to view these setbacks not just as failures but as opportunities for growth and learning. Consider a scenario where you strive for a particular goal, say landing a dream job, but fall short. It's easy to dwell on this as a negative outcome, but Aurelius urges us to look deeper. If the failure stemmed from personal shortcomings, this is within your realm of control. You have the power to address these weaknesses, learn from them, and prepare better for future opportunities. On the other hand, if external factors like nepotism or a clash of personalities were at play, recognize that these elements were always beyond your control. The job, in a sense, was never truly within your reach, and lamenting over what was never yours is an exercise in futility. Aurelius also teaches us about redefining success. Let's take the example of aspiring to be a writer. If you measure your success solely by book sales, you're at the mercy of the unpredictable book market. However, if you gauge your success by the satisfaction derived from your creative process or the effort you've invested, you retain control over your sense of achievement. This perspective shift is crucial. It's about focusing on what's within your control, your actions, efforts, and responses. This philosophy is not about abandoning ambition or not striving for goals. On the contrary, it encourages us to pursue our goals with vigor but also to cultivate a mindset of acceptance for outcomes beyond our control. By focusing on what we can control and accepting what we can't, we maintain a sense of calm and resilience regardless of the circumstances. To illustrate this further, let's consider a historical figure who embodied these principles: Nelson Mandela. Mandela faced immense challenges and injustices, yet he never let his circumstances define his sense of purpose or success. His resilience, focus on personal growth, and acceptance of circumstances beyond his control are exemplary of Aurelian Stoicism in practice. The dichotomy of control offers a profound lesson for our lives. Strive earnestly for your goals, but detach from the fixation on specific outcomes. Focus on your efforts, grow from your failures, and accept the ebb and flow of life's uncontrollable elements. This approach, deeply rooted in Stoicism, is not just a philosophy, but a practical guide to living a fulfilled and serene life. Embrace amor fati, love your fate, and let this acceptance transform your perspective. This approach doesn't just clear the mind, it enriches our lives, making us more resilient, adaptable, and ultimately, more at peace with the world around us. Remember, it's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our interpretation of them. Choose to interpret life's challenges as opportunities for growth, and you will navigate life with a serene mind and a resilient spirit. Learn to control your emotions. Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of Stoic wisdom, once profoundly stated, "Stop letting your emotions override what your mind tells you. Stop being hypocritical, self-centered, irritable." This guidance is particularly resonant for men aged 30 to 65, who often juggle the complexities of modern life with the pursuit of personal growth. Emotions, while inherently human, can often cloud our judgment, leading us down paths of impulsivity and irrationality. To think clearly, as Aurelius suggests, mastering the art of emotional control is essential. The challenge of emotional mastery is not in suppressing our feelings, but in channeling them constructively. Aurelius specifically highlights anger as an emotion that, while natural, can be more destructive than beneficial. In the throes of anger, especially when it stems from betrayal or injustice, our first instinct might be to lash out or suppress these feelings. However, neither approach leads to clarity or resolution. Instead, the Stoic approach to managing emotions like anger involves thoughtful redirection. When anger arises, it's crucial to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, what constructive action can stem from this anger? The urge to confront the person who wronged you might be strong, but will it alleviate your pain or improve the situation? Will it encourage growth in the other person? This introspection aligns with another Stoic principle, as Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." In moments of heightened emotion, finding constructive outlets is key. Engaging in a calm dialogue with the person involved, expressing your feelings and attempting to understand their perspective can be enlightening. Alternatively, channeling your energy into activities like journaling, physical exercise, or immersive hobbies like video games can provide a healthy release. These methods not only help in dissipating anger, but also in gaining a clearer, more rational perspective. Consider the instance of feeling anxious or fearful about a situation, such as asking your boss for a raise. Commonly, individuals might view this fear as a barrier, a daunting obstacle preventing action. Others might attempt to bulldoze through this emotion, disregarding it as a nuisance. However, Stoicism offers a third, more constructive path: embracing and redirecting this fear. This fear, rather than being an enemy, becomes a tool. It propels you to meticulously consider all potential outcomes and questions that might arise in your conversation with your boss. Such thorough preparation not only equips you with answers to possible counter-arguments, but also fortifies your mental readiness. The fear transforms from a paralyzing force into a catalyst for comprehensive preparation and personal growth. Moreover, this approach aligns with the Stoic principle of using obstacles as opportunities. As Marcus Aurelius himself said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This perspective encourages you to perceive your fear not as a hindrance but as a motivator, a reason to step forward and challenge yourself, not in spite of your fear but because of it. It's about acknowledging the presence of anxiety and thinking, how remarkable is it that I am stepping beyond my comfort zone? This Stoic method of emotion management leads to a serene state of mind. When you learn to redirect and utilize your emotions effectively, they cease to undermine your rational thinking and decision-making abilities. Instead, they enhance your capacity to think clearly and act wisely. Controlling and channeling your emotions is not just about achieving tranquility. It's about harnessing inner strength to face life's challenges with a clear, rational mind. In today's fast-paced world, where decisions often need to be made swiftly and under pressure, this Stoic approach to emotion management is not just relevant, but essential. It offers practical guidance for modern men to navigate through life's complexities with a calm and rational mindset. By embracing and redirecting our emotions, we can transform potential weaknesses into strengths, leading to personal and professional growth. Incorporating these Stoic practices into our daily lives, especially in an era where emotional reactivity is often exacerbated by social media and fast-paced lifestyles, is invaluable. It allows us to navigate life's challenges with a serene mind and a resilient spirit, embodying the Stoic ideal in the modern world. As we learn to control our emotions, we not only think more clearly but also become better equipped to handle the ebbs and flows of life, making decisions that are aligned with our true values and goals. This journey towards emotional mastery is not just about personal tranquility, it's about cultivating a life of purpose, understanding, and wisdom. Train your perception. In this segment, we delve into the profound wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, a luminary in the realm of Stoicism, who once profoundly stated, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." This encapsulates a pivotal Stoic lesson, mastering control over our perceptions. Every event, every person we encounter, every sight we behold, we instinctively slap a label on it: good, bad, boring, fun, beautiful, ugly. But have you ever paused to consider how draining this habit is? How it might be skewing your life's narrative, perhaps not for the better? Imagine you're having a tough day. Each interaction feels like a blow, and you mentally tag the day as awful. This mindset amplifies the negativity. Or consider a social gathering you found dull, label it boring, and it's forever etched in your memory as just that, a dull blip in your week. Our judgments are often marinated in emotion, lacking rational seasoning. This emotional bias can distort our view of life's moments, often for the worse. Take heartbreak, for instance. When a relationship ends, it's easy to say your heart was broken. But strip away the metaphor and the truth is simpler yet profound. the feelings changed. It's not the event itself that stings, it's the narrative we wrap around it. The Stoics urge us to tread lightly with our judgments, to peel back that first impulsive layer and look again. This time through a lens tinted with optimism and reason. Let's revisit that boring party. What if we reframe it? It was an opportunity to explore a new place, to meet new faces. Maybe you didn't click with anyone, but the absence of negativity in your approach is key. This practice of suspending snap judgments, of not letting first impressions be the only impression, is a crucial step in reshaping how we perceive life. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, offers wisdom that resonates with this idea. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. This is a call to action for us to dissect our perceptions, to question them. Are they rooted in reality, or are they a product of unfounded fears and exaggerated narratives? By adopting this Stoic practice, you embark on a transformative journey. You begin to see life not as a series of good or bad events, but as a tapestry of experiences, each with its own lesson and beauty. This shift in perception doesn't just change how you view the world, it changes how you live in it. It's about finding that serene space within where you can observe life's ebb and flow with equanimity and resilience. In the life, we often find ourselves entangled in a web of opinions and judgments, clouding our vision and complicating our journey. Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of Stoic wisdom, guides us through these murky waters with a simple yet profound inquiry. Is this rational? What have I based my opinion on? Is there a better or more positive way to interpret this? He illuminates the path to clarity, emphasizing that our perception shapes our reality. The weight of our experiences, he suggests, is determined not by their inherent nature but by the lens through which we view them. Imagine for a moment that you're navigating a challenging situation at work. A new colleague, eager yet inexperienced, is struggling to keep pace, inadvertently affecting the company's performance. It's easy to see this as a setback, a hurdle in your path to efficiency and success. But here lies the essence of Stoic thought, the art of perspective. This scenario isn't just a problem, it's a fertile ground for growth. It's an invitation to cultivate patience, to enhance your teaching skills, to master the art of integrating newcomers, and to navigate stress with grace. These skills are not just valuable in the present, they're investments in your future, paving the way for long-term success and profitability. Marcus Aurelius encapsulates this beautifully. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This Stoic approach, my friends, is a call to shift our focus. It urges us to step back from our habitual exaggeration of life's events and see them for what they truly are. It's a reminder that every situation harbors both a positive and a negative interpretation. When we adjust our mindset, adopting a lens of rationality and positivity, we discover that life's challenges lose their power to unsettle us. We navigate our journey with a newfound ease, finding clarity and simplicity in places where we once saw only chaos. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, eloquently said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This profound statement resonates with the Stoic practice of objective thinking. It's a reminder that our worries and fears are often products of our own minds, magnified by our perceptions. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we learn to differentiate between our imagined troubles and our actual circumstances, leading to a more serene and resilient existence. In essence, Stoicism teaches us to embrace life's ebbs and flows with a calm mind and a steady heart. It encourages us to view obstacles not as barriers, but as stepping stones to personal growth and wisdom. By practicing this philosophy, we not only enhance our own lives, but also positively influence those around us, creating ripples of calm and clarity in an often turbulent world. So, as you journey through life, remember to pause, reflect, and ask yourself, is my perception clouding my reality? Am I seeing this situation through a lens of growth and opportunity? In doing so, you'll find that life, in all its complexity, becomes a little simpler, a little clearer, and a lot more fulfilling. Remember, It's not what happens to you, but how you choose to perceive it that truly defines your experience. Keep virtues in mind. In this segment, we're diving into the heart of Stoicism, exploring the profound wisdom of Marcus Aurelius and the Stoic view on virtues. Deep within you, there's a wellspring of goodness, ever ready to burst forth. Marcus Aurelius said it best. Dig deep within yourself, for there is a fountain of goodness ever ready to flow if you will keep digging. Imagine virtues as the essence of your character, the moral compass guiding your actions. These aren't just personal traits, they're a beacon of morally good behavior that benefits you, those around you, and the world at large. The Stoics saw the universe as an intricate web, where everything and everyone is interconnected. In this grand scheme, what benefits the collective ultimately benefits you. This belief is the cornerstone of Stoicism, where rationality aligns with the greater good. The Stoics held that those who act virtuously, who commit to the greater good, are the most rational and enlightened among us. But why is virtue so crucial? The Stoics understood that life is unpredictable, often hurling us into uncharted waters. In these moments, virtues act as a steadfast guide, helping us navigate through life's tumultuous seas. They believe that ignorance leads us away from virtuous living. When we lose sight of virtue, we drift from our moral anchor. The most virtuous individuals are often the most serene and composed. Their tranquility stems from a deep understanding of life's ebb and flow, and their unwavering commitment to virtue. They embody the Stoic ideal, demonstrating that true strength lies in character, not circumstance. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials." This echoes the Stoic belief that challenges and hardships are opportunities to cultivate and demonstrate virtue. It's through these trials that we polish our character, emerging stronger and more resilient. So, how can we apply this to our daily lives? Start by reflecting on your actions and decisions. Ask yourself, are they aligned with virtues like kindness, honesty, and courage? Do they contribute to the greater good? Remember, every choice you make sends ripples through the interconnected web of life. By choosing virtue, you're not only uplifting yourself but also those around you and the world at large. In the pursuit of virtue, as Marcus Aurelius and the Stoics teach us, we must focus on 4 cardinal virtues: wisdom, justice, temperance, and courage. These virtues are not just abstract concepts but practical tools for navigating the complexities of life, especially for men aged 30 to 65 who are on a journey of self-improvement and clarity of thought. Wisdom, as seen through the Stoic lens, is the discernment to distinguish between what is good, bad, or indifferent. It's about rising above the tumult of emotions to make decisions that are morally sound and beneficial. Imagine being at a crossroads with 2 challenging paths ahead. Wisdom is the inner compass that guides you to choose the right path, even when the choice is not immediately clear. As Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, said, "True wisdom is to know what is best worth knowing and to do what is best worth doing." Justice follows wisdom. It's about doing what is right and fair, not just for oneself but for others and society at large. Stoicism teaches us that justice isn't a lofty ideal, but a practical commitment to fairness and equality. It's about treating others as we wish to be treated, recognizing our duty to our fellow humans and contributing positively to society. Courage, the third virtue, is about facing our fears and taking action despite them. It's not the absence of fear, desire, or anxiety, but the strength to move forward in spite of these feelings. Courage is what enables us to undertake necessary tasks, to stand up for what is right, and to persevere through challenges, even when the outcome is uncertain. Lastly, temperance or moderation is the art of balancing between excess and deficiency. It's about self-restraint and discipline, ensuring that we don't overindulge or deprive ourselves excessively. Marcus Aurelius believed that what sets humans apart from animals is our ability to control our impulses. Temperance is crucial for maintaining long-term well-being over fleeting pleasures. In our modern lives, these virtues are more relevant than ever. In a world full of distractions and challenges, Wisdom helps us make sound decisions. Justice ensures that we live in harmony with others. Courage allows us to face the uncertainties of life, and temperance keeps us balanced in our desires and actions. As we apply these Stoic principles, we find that they not only lead to personal growth but also to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. Remember, as Marcus Aurelius himself said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice." In embodying these virtues, we not only improve ourselves but also positively influence those around us, creating a ripple effect of virtue and wisdom in our world. Let's consider a simple everyday example to illustrate this. Imagine you have a bag of chips. While it might be tempting to devour the entire bag in one sitting, indulging in such a manner can harm your health and even affect your mood. Here, the Stoic practice of temperance comes into play, teaching us to enjoy the first few bites and then stop, exercising self-control. Stoicism categorizes all things and actions into three groups: goods, evils, and indifference. The pursuit of good, the avoidance of evil, and the neutral stance towards indifference form the crux of Stoic living. Actions that align with virtues like justice, courage, and wisdom are deemed good. Conversely, actions like theft, disrespect, recklessness, or causing harm are considered evil. Indifferent acts, such as taking a walk, neither contribute to good nor evil, but are part of life's neutral experiences. By adhering to these principles, one doesn't just become a better individual but also attains a state of relaxation and peace. Stoics believe that when actions are guided by virtue, they are inherently rational and lead to a tranquil mind. This philosophy encourages us to reflect on our actions and their alignment with these virtues. To wit, more relatable, let's consider a modern scenario. Imagine you're faced with a challenging project at work. The Stoic approach would be to tackle this task with diligence, a virtue, rather than procrastination, a vice. By doing so, you not only achieve success in your work, but also maintain a calm and composed state of mind. Another story that resonates with this philosophy is that of a farmer who faces a drought. Instead of succumbing to despair, a vice, he chooses to use the time to repair and improve his tools and plan for future crops, embodying the virtue of resilience and foresight. This story exemplifies the Stoic belief in focusing on what one can control and letting go of what cannot be controlled. In conclusion, the teachings of Marcus Aurelius and Stoicism offer valuable lessons for our contemporary lives. By practicing virtues like wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, we can navigate life's challenges with clarity and calmness. These principles not only make us better individuals, but also contribute to a more peaceful and rational state of mind. As we apply these lessons to our daily lives, we can improve not only our own well-being, but also positively impact those around us. Remember, it's not just about avoiding the evils or embracing the goods. It's about finding balance and harmony in our actions and thoughts, leading to a more fulfilling and serene life. Always consider the big picture. Marcus Aurelius, a beacon of Stoic wisdom, once echoed the words of Plato. How beautifully Plato put it. Whenever you want to talk about people, it's best to take a bird's-eye view and see everything all at once. This perspective is a cornerstone in the pursuit of clear thinking. In the tumult of life, where we stand in the eye of our personal storms, every challenge can loom as an insurmountable peak. Imagine standing amidst a bustling crowd. The throng of people around you might give the impression that the entire city is swarming with people. Yet a few steps back can reveal a different truth: open spaces and quiet corners. Similarly, when we elevate our perspective, stepping back to view our lives and the world as a whole, the scale changes dramatically. What seemed colossal becomes minute, and our individual existence, a mere speck in the vast tapestry of life. This realization is humbling yet liberating, reminding us of the vastness that exists beyond our subjective lens. In this grand scheme, it's crucial to remember that our experiences and viewpoints, though valid, are not the sole realities. Take, for instance, someone who harbors a fear of dogs due to a past negative encounter. This person might struggle to comprehend how dogs could be cherished, companions for others. It's only through the deliberate act of considering perspectives outside our own that we can appreciate the multifaceted nature of reality. As Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, wisely stated, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." This quote underscores the importance of distinguishing our perceived fears from the broader truth. In our modern world, where information overload and myopic viewpoints are rampant, applying this Stoic principle of considering the big picture becomes even more pertinent. It encourages us to step out of our echo chambers, to question the narratives we are fed, and to seek a more holistic understanding of our world. This approach not only clears the mind but also fosters empathy and tolerance. From time to time, we all need to take a step back and ask ourselves, what are we forgetting or missing? Doing this can be helpful in a number of ways. Consider a scenario where you're torn between staying in your current job or pursuing a new opportunity. This decision can feel overwhelming, especially if you're uncertain about what truly satisfies you. You might be comfortable in your current role, hesitant to take on more responsibilities, yet enticed by the prospect of better pay. It's a common predicament, one that can leave you feeling stuck. But, as Aurelius would suggest, there's a wealth of possibilities beyond this binary choice. Have you thought about venturing into a completely different field, or starting a side hustle to complement your main job? What about engaging in a hobby that diverts your attention from the less enjoyable aspects of your work? Aurelius's teachings remind us that life is replete with options, many of which remain unseen when we fixate solely on what's immediately before us. By adopting a wider lens, we not only make more informed decisions but also develop a deeper understanding of what truly matters. This broader view isn't just about weighing different career paths, it's about considering all facets of a situation to form a well-rounded judgment. Moreover, stepping back from our personal biases and desires allows us to consider the impact of our decisions on those around us. In doing so, we align more closely with the Stoic principle of duty to others. This detachment from personal desires isn't about neglecting our needs, but about achieving a balance between self-interest and the greater good. Now let's turn to a story from ancient Greece. There was a farmer who, after years of toiling on his land, discovered a hidden treasure. Initially, he was overjoyed, thinking only of the wealth it would bring him. However, upon reflection, he realized that this treasure could also benefit his community. By using it to improve the local infrastructure, he not only enhanced his own life, but also the lives of those around him. This allegory aligns with Aurelius's teachings, emphasizing the value of looking beyond immediate gains to see the broader impact of our choices. In conclusion, the lesson here is clear. When faced with decisions, big or small, take a moment to step back and view the situation through a wider lens. Consider all possibilities, free yourself from personal biases, and think about the broader implications of your choices. By doing so, you not only make decisions that are more aligned with your true desires and duties, but also contribute positively to the world around you. This approach, deeply rooted in Stoicism, is a powerful tool for navigating the complexities of modern life, offering clarity and purpose in our decision-making process. In the midst of life's hustle, it's easy to overlook the broader impact of our actions. Take, for instance, something as seemingly trivial as littering. In the spur of the moment, it might not seem consequential, but when we pause and consider the collective effect of everyone making the same choice, the perspective shifts dramatically. This echoes the Stoic belief in the interconnectedness of all things, where the well-being of the world is intricately linked to our personal well-being. Marcus Aurelius, a prominent Stoic philosopher, advocated for this broader view of life. He believed that stepping back and seeing the world as an interconnected whole, rather than just through the lens of our individual experiences, is crucial. This approach becomes particularly relevant when we're confronted with choices, challenges, or changes in our lives. Imagine yourself in Aurelius's shoes, perhaps reflecting on your day during a peaceful walk or while journaling, a practice he was fond of. In these moments of introspection, ask yourself, What are the long-term consequences of my actions? How might someone else view this situation differently? Is there someone I know who has faced similar challenges or who shares my goals and could offer insight? How do my choices impact not only my well-being, but also that of those around me? Are there options I haven't yet considered? By contemplating these questions, you gain a clearer understanding of your actions, thoughts, and life choices. This clarity isn't just about self-improvement. It's about contributing positively to the world around you. When you consider the whole picture, you attain a comprehensive perspective that liberates you from unnecessary constraints, biases, or doubts. Seneca, another Stoic philosopher, once said, "We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more from imagination than from reality." This speaks to the importance of clear thinking. When we view our choices through the lens of Stoicism, we realize that our fears and doubts are often products of our imagination, not reflections of reality. By adopting a Stoic mindset, we learn to distinguish between what is within our control and what is not, leading to a more rational and serene approach to life. In essence, Stoicism teaches us to embrace a holistic view of the world, understanding that our actions ripple outwards, affecting more than just our immediate surroundings. It encourages us to seek wisdom from others, to reflect deeply on our choices, and to always consider the broader impact of our actions. This way of thinking not only enhances our personal growth, but also contributes to the greater good, aligning our individual well-being with the well-being of the world. As Marcus Aurelius himself said, "He who lives in harmony with himself lives in harmony with the universe." In adopting this mindset, we not only clear our path of mental clutter, but also pave the way for a more thoughtful, compassionate world. And there we have it, fellow Stoics. A journey through the profound teachings of Marcus Aurelius, exploring how to think clearly and navigate life with a rational and virtuous mindset. We've delved into the essence of Stoicism, uncovering the timeless wisdom that can guide us through the complexities of modern life. From training our perception to embracing the dichotomy of control, we've uncovered the keys to a serene and resilient spirit. As we conclude this enlightening exploration, I invite you to reflect on these teachings and consider how they can be woven into the fabric of your daily life. Remember, the path of Stoicism is not just about understanding these principles. It's about living them each and every day. If you found value in this video and wish to continue your Stoic journey with us, I encourage you to like, share, and subscribe to Stoic in Your Life. Your engagement helps our community grow and thrive, allowing us to bring more of these enriching discussions to you. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss our upcoming videos, where we'll continue to explore the depths of Stoic philosophy and its application in our contemporary world. Together, let's embark on this path of wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, embracing the challenges of life with a calm mind and a resilient spirit. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Until next time, stay stoic and remember, the obstacle is the way,